I got one. God. Crazy, crazy clear water here, y'all. I watched that group of green sunfish approach it and ambush that. That was pretty cool. Even the smallest fish will eat that little rebel raider, guys. Look at that. Little bitty guy. I'll let y'all see how clear this water is. Or from the first view, but all right, little buddy. Little green sunfish, first fish. See ya. Second cast, guys. I forgot to push record again. I'm sorry, but I caught another little green sunfish on that little rebel raider. If this isn't BFS fishing, I don't know what is. On the dark wolf, 4-pound fluoro, 7-foot Dobbin Sierra, 701C. There's one. God, these little green sunfish are just loaded in this pool. This is normally the spot that I come to in the summertime when it's just been like 100 degrees for 2 weeks in a row and there's no water moving anywhere else. This is a nice, cool, flowing stream. I mean, the water's under 50 degrees right now, being January, but the fish are still biting. That's the biggest green sunfish that I've caught so far, and I've had them trailing my bait every time in, so they're in here. That's number 3 though out of this first little pool. I'm gonna spend maybe 10 more minutes here and then I'm gonna keep heading downstream because I know for a fact there not only are there bass, but there's big bass up in the stream up ahead. So woo! Oh, he went under the rock and then he swam under there. Oh, perfect. I wanted to get it right in that slack water. Is there one sitting there? There was one sitting there in the slack water. Yeah. Nice green. Man, these green sunfish are loaded in this little pool. I got that cast right where I wanted it, y'all. And he came up and slammed it. I got it right in that indentation. The current runs right past it. Those fish will sit right out there and wait for current to flow, push some bait past them, and they just ambush it. Sure enough, he was sitting there. See you, little buddy. Oh my gosh. Guys, there's like 3 3-pounders just drifting over here closer to my bait right now. Do some rock climbing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh boy. Alright, there's where we're crossing. It was not easy. But it's kind of hard to be a mountain goat in flip-flops, guys. Give this one a like for the hike that this takes just to get into this mess, y'all. Oh, we made it. We made it. Oh, don't step in that. Woo! Wow. I'm surprised they didn't give you anything extra.
Oh, I just hope it doesn't last that long. Like last time it was very uncomfortable at first, but like it was not like this, but even it being uncomfortable went away in like said that it's common for this one to be.
Keisha, let me call you back in just 1 second so I don't fall down.
Alright, bye.
Bye-bye. You see what I got on the line there? I was throwing that little micro jig right under the waterfall, and I got a nice little largemouth, dude. 4-pound test. And he just sucked that little micro jig in. Oh yeah. I got him, landed him. Look at that. Heck yeah, dude. So I was jigging that little waterfall over there because I wasn't getting any followers on the jerkbait anymore. So I was like, and I was just dragging that little 3/64 ounce jig as slow as I could fish it, and that nice little creek largemouth picked it up. That was so much fun. I was on the phone with my wife actually and talking to her and not really paying attention, and I mean that's pretty much how slow you have to fish it right now. And I got a little like under 2 inch, like 1.5 inch little craw trailer on there, and that skirt on there is almost translucent, so really all you see is the craw. But I got me a nice little creek largemouth. Let's set him free back to his waters. Look at that. Mission accomplished. Nice largemouth caught. Horses roaming around out here. Got one. Yes, that was so sick, dude. This is literally like bed fishing, guys. This water is so clear. This is literally the perfect spot for this jig, the setup, everything. The light line. So I mean, when you're dealing with water that's that clear that you can just see the bottom all the way through it, and there's not even a ripple on it, no wind, not a cloud in the sky, you have to be using the most subtle presentation you can think of. And what better than a little bitty finesse jig like that? And when I say little, 3/64 of an ounce. This thing is under 2 inches. So it's the perfect bait. It hardly makes any commotion when it hits the water and as it falls down there. I'm having to be so careful as to not even cast my shadow on the water so that the fish don't even know I'm here. And I watched this fish eat it. It was so crazy. I mean, it's almost like bed fishing, but obviously they're not bedding in January, but you know, you're just kind of picking off these fish that are roaming around. It's so much fun. Even if they're not big, man, it's still a lot of fun. It's almost more like hunting at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna come all the way back down upstream to release this guy so I don't spook any more that might be willing to bite out of that hole. Or I could just, yeah, I might just cross here right now. Get in with you. Later. God, just watch him swim away. Y'all, my live scope are my eyes right now because I can visually see how these fish are reacting to this jig. Make sure when you come and fish these really clear water, small bodies of water, that you got your polarized glasses on, because you have to be able to see the fish before they see you. That is crucial. There's one. What is that? Another little bitty bass. God, I felt him thump it. He was in deep enough water I could not see that one, guys. Look at that. I've been watching a lot of fish his size come up and nose up to it, but I think it was just the spookiness of the water. They could kind of see the sky, so they didn't want to eat it. But I threw it in to where the light doesn't get down all the way to the bottom against the edge of that cut bank, and caught him And when that thing flares out in the water, it's just juicy looking. I'm not gonna yeet them back in the water though again, because I don't want to spook any other fish out of that hole. We'll come over here and just kind of toss them in. That was awesome. Oh my gosh. I watched him come up from inside of this like little chain link fence stuff that lines the side of this. He literally was inside of there as I was reeling my jig up from the depths, and he just popped it right there before I got it up. That was crazy. And this is a really, there's some good fish swimming around in here, guys, and they're just skittish. They don't want to bite right now. But I mean, I've seen some good 2 to 3 pounders just swimming around, a little bit bigger than that first one that we caught probably. But these little ones, man, still so much fun to watch them come up and pop that little jig. So cool. Got all these little minnows right here on the side. All right, see you later, little guy. So these are the same 2 fish that wouldn't bite the little jerk bait earlier. That's the difference between summer fish and winter fish. Normally when I come here, I've got a little weightless wacky rig, and that thing just flutters and falls right in front of the fish that you can see, and they bite it, you catch them. Man, but the winter time, it's just something about them. They don't get triggered if something falls right beside them. They don't react to it just the same way. I mean, you literally just have to almost dead stick it. If you're not willing to take a little risk, I would not advise coming to this spot, y'all, because it is not easy to traverse. It'd be a lot easier if I wasn't an idiot and wearing shorts and flip-flops, but hey, that's what I like to wear, so I guess I just deal with the consequences. Doesn't seem to slow me up much though. Having some waders would be ideal right now. I have them in the car right now. And it was too dang hot. It's literally like 78 degrees in January. I wasn't about to sweat in waders, so I was just like, guess my thighs are my waders today. So that might be the buzzer beater fish, y'all. I wanted to come back and fish this pool just to see if there are any bass. They were gonna eat the jig, and it's looking like it's just green sunfish central up in here. So I just don't think the bass we're gonna react to the twitch bait today. The little lipless jerk bait, they just weren't gonna do it. So threw the jig. Well, that's a fine piece of modern art right there, y'all. Ain't that something? The lakes have been tough, so I decided to come here. Found the perfect little bait that would go there. Shout out to Bait Finesse Empire. He hooked me up with that little Igaraba Japanese micro bass jig for free on one of my orders. Appreciate that gift, man, and it went to good use today. I saw a lot of good fish in there. There's big fish in those pools, guys. I mean, you'll see the ones, you know, if you watch the video through close, the pools where I was like, yeah, there's some good fish in there. And I've seen some real big ones. I don't think I've ever caught a bass over 2 pounds in there, but definitely have caught numbers, especially in the summertime. But was even able to pull a few out in the winter. So now we got to go pick the baby up. Y'all take her easy. We'll see you on the next one.